Hey, what is up guys? Steve here, and it is time to start another stream. Today we have Porygon 2 in Generation 2 non-randomizer. Now, Porygon is a very weird Pokemon. It's a lot better than Porygon original, statistically. It gets slightly better moves than Porygon original. However, we have a kind of dilemma. I'll get to the dilemma in just a second. So we take a look at our level up moveset. We get Psybeam at 12, so we want to try to get to 12 as quickly as possible. We don't get a good move until 44 at Zap Cannon. I personally would prefer Thunder over Zap Cannon. However, that does cost a lot of Poké Dollars. Something that we could probably manage to do over the course of the game since we don't actually spend a lot of money. But we probably won't be able to pick up Thunder or Blizzard until the absolute end of the game. So that'll be a little bit more difficult to do. Now, as far as the moves that we can pick up throughout the game, we're probably going to end up having to rely on Curse at some point during the red battle. Our move set is a little bit less diverse than it looks. It looks like we have a lot of diversity. However, if you really take a look, we're mostly Psychic, Electric. We're mostly Psychic and Electric because our Ice and Electric moves are really hit or miss. I mean, we get Icy Wind, which is fine. We don't get any electric moves unless we pay for them via Thunder or get it via Zap Cannon way late in the game. So we're really kind of stuck with normal and psychic moves, and we can pick up Icy Wind later. However, the dilemma I was talking about was, how do we beat Jasmine? So I'm not totally familiar with everything that Steelix resists or is weak to. I probably should have paid attention to that before the run even started. However, like, we've got normal, which is resisted by steel, we got electric, which is resisted by steel, and we got psychic, which is resisted by steel, and also ice, which is resisted by steel. So everything that we have is resisted by steel. I guess technically ice is probably neutral because of the ground typing on Steelix. So I think we're just gonna have to go with Icy Wind and pray, because we're definitely not gonna have enough money for Blizzard by then. But I'm not really sure what we're going to do for that matchup. I think we're just going to have to overtrain. And if we're going to overtrain, then definitely do not complain when I end up doing a lot of extra battling. If anybody else can come up with a strategy that is better for Steelix, by all means, speak up. But my main strategy right now is just overtrain and arrive and use Icy Wind. Not a fantastic strategy. Not even a good strategy. Also, because of Icy Wind, we are going to be able to have a lot easier of a time with Lance. So we can, in fact, hold the Paralyzed Berry, which will make that battle a little bit better. But if we're not one-shotting the Magnemites, we still need a Thunder Wave Mist to even go into Steelix without being paralyzed. Now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and swap over to the game. Hey Speedrunner, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you have an answer to the Steelix dilemma. I could not think of a single thing I can do for Steelix other than just arrive over-leveled and use Icy Wind. All I have are Icy Wind and Blizzard, and I will not be able to afford Blizzard at that point. So it's really Icy Wind only, is my only strategy going in, unless I don't think I can do it with Psybeam. And I don't think I can do it with Return. So it's just got to be Icy Wind. Alright. Anyways, I got that set. I do not have to start the timer until after we do the whole naming in egg move. But we don't get an egg move. Porygon doesn't have an egg move, unfortunately. But definitely, if anybody arrives and they can think up of a better strategy, that would be so nice. But for now, over-leveled plus Icy Wind is the strategy. And you know, I'm not too against over-leveling just for the fact that we have to get Psybeam anyways. No Mud Slap. I would have definitely have noticed Mud Slap. All right, and our nickname is going to be space, word, space. Okay, there's no 2, so I have to write the word 2. Wow, it never occurred to me that there were no numbers in Pokemon until literally Speedrunner mentioned it, like yesterday. All right, started the timer. Hidden power is Dragon, so it is also resisted by Steel. All right, Conversion and Conversion 2 are like useless, right? I think Conversion 1 is like not entirely useless, but I think they're both relatively useless. I don't even remember what Conversion 2 does. And since this is not the randomizer, we don't have better marts, and therefore I cannot just go ahead and pick up any items I need currently. It would be nice if I could manage to pick up a Pokemon that can learn Dig, so I don't have to spend money on escape ropes. Since this run, money does in fact matter, I should definitely make that part of my consideration. Unfortunately, I just can't think of any Pokemon to swap out in my run that would know Dig, because I typically catch Pokemon either Bellsprout or Oddish, and obviously neither one of them can learn Dig. The last move? That's not good. Boy, getting to level 12, not nearly as fast as I was hoping. I actually have not been getting very many encounters. I kind of expected more encounters. I think I'm going to end up needing that berry when we go into Bellsprout Tower. Not that I think Bellsprout is strong at all. I think we're just going to end up having to run into problems because we just don't have a very high... I mean, we have an okay attack stat, but we don't have a high attack stat, and we only have Tackle. Geodude gets Dig? I could pick up a Geodude. I know where a Geodude is located. I know where an early Geodude is located. However, I would have to change the rest of the Pokemon I catch based on that. Geodude learns Strength. My Strength user is going to end up being Krabby. No, I don't think that can work out unless I end up having to deposit Pokemon at some point, because I'm going to need Krabby for a lot more than just Strength. I need to replace all the water types if I replace Krabby. I mean, I can still get cut on Bellsprout, so that's not an issue, but it's more or less the Whirlpool Waterfall user that I'm gonna need to have. Surf, Whirlpool, Waterfall. Can Poliwag learn Surf, Whirlpool, and Waterfall? Because if it is, I can pick up a Poliwag. Oh, whoops, I don't need Pokeballs, I'm stupid. Can Poliwag learn all three? Because if it is, I think that I can probably manage. Paris, yeah, Paris might have to just be the option. But I can definitely work it out if Poliwag learns all of them. Okay, so Poliwag does learn all of them? Okay, good. I can hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I can get training on P-Word, and I can also pick up the Poliwag. And then I can get Geodude and just not catch Krabby. Alright. Oh, wow. Nice. Poliwag. I don't know if I'll one-shot it, though, so let's just go ahead and catch it. Should have probably picked up those Pokeballs from earlier. 5 is not going to be enough for both Poliwag and Krabby. Wow. Dang. I was thinking I was going to one-shot it. Of course, P-Word sucks. It wouldn't one-shot it. Alright, now I'm down to 1 Pokeball, so I have to go pick up more Pokeballs before I grab the Geodude over here. What level I think I'd be doing Jasmine for Steelix? I have absolutely no idea. I plan on battling every trainer I can until that point. What is Tri-Attack matter? I'm going to have Return at that point. Tri-Attack is irrelevant. If you're trying to think, oh, you'll like freeze it, like it can unthaw, like it's not worth the 40 less damage that it will take. Actually, now that I think about it, I could probably end up catching Geodude. I just have to hit it with a bunch of tackles. Perfect. Two should be good enough. Wow, they didn't give it defense curl. Knocked it out. Wow. That was a lot more damage than I expected right there. I was doing like low end hits, I guess, maybe, and that was a high end hit. Okay, really? I'm surprised so many of you guys think it's gonna be under 145. It's not like we have like super strong stats, and it's not gonna have setup moves like a lot of the other Pokemon do. I definitely think it's gonna be quite eye-opening what kind of time we're gonna get. I think 145 is actually gonna be like kind of spot on. All right. Now, if I could get that Bellsprout with my last Pokeball, that would be great. I also don't have enough tackles. All right, well, this last Pokemon. Bellsprout or bust. Nope. Okay, well, that means we'll go ahead and catch Bellsprout before we get to Union Cave. Getting close to that level 12 that we really want. Guys, I'm so happy we have agility, because that's exactly what we needed. More speed. I mean, we are like 60 speed, which I guess is okay. It's not good, it's just okay. Oh, by the way, Speed, I messaged you on Discord, you never got back to me. How much money exactly do I need for either Thunder or Blizzard? I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford it before the Elite Four, but I definitely know I'll be able to afford it before the post-game. Or after the post-game. That's why I'm also going to be picking up extra items too, so that way I have more items to sell. Because I might end up keeping Zap Cannon and then upgrading to Blizzard. We don't really have like the move diversity that you would expect. Because I think our final moveset is just going to end up being Return, Zap Cannon, Psychic, and Blizzard. Unless I'm missing something. And if that isn't our final moveset, then it'll just end up being like Return. It'll be Return, Curse, Rest, and Sleep Talk. But we don't want it to be like that. We definitely don't want it to be like that. I understand. I literally said that. The moment you said that, I mentioned, I understand that you have the 20% chance or whatever, but that 20% chance is not worth having 1/3 less power. Also, resisted. Just saying. It's resisted and 1/3 less power. It's not good. Overtraining would just straight up be better than Aerodactyling for that kind of luck. Alright, good. We got the escape rope. Hey, Opossum. Welcome to the stream. Yep, this one is, unfortunately, Opossum, you're not going to be part of the poll, but the poll right below me over under 145. I think that's going to be a very solid one. Everyone else thinks it's going to be under, but we don't have setup moves. We don't have sleep moves. We don't have anything that will really help us for red. We just have overwhelming strength. And unfortunately, Porygon is not the powerhouse that everyone thinks it is. Luckily, between Psybeam and Return, though, it will be a powerhouse throughout the regular game. But I think red is going to be a lot more difficult than expected. I just remembered I was holding that berry. Alright, so let's see. Do I need any escape ropes? Can I escape? Do I have to escape rope at all before I get dig? No, I don't have to escape rope before I get dig. Oh, nice. You popped into the stream and voted. Nice. We'll see, though. I think it'll definitely be cutting it close, but I imagine we're probably going to need all of our rare candies to get that 145. On the bright side, though, I think we can probably cut down on that training that I mentioned after we go through, after we get through Jasmine. I always skip these guys because they got like Magikarps and they're just not worth it. Oh, that was my last Pokeball. Okay, well, we're catching Oddish. Feels bad. Did I answer? Yes, 120k is good. That is a good number to know. This guy's got a Wooper, I believe. Okay, we'll just have to buy some Pokeballs and catch the Oddish. On the bright side, though, that'll be it for our catching days. We're currently at 6k, so we are a long way from there. But we'll see. Maybe, just maybe, we might be able to upgrade to Blizzard in time for Lance, but I have my doubts. I will pick up extra items, though, because it won't take very long to pick them up. Also, I will be picking up Swift, because it's an upgrade over Tackle. Actually, in this case, it's an upgrade over Conversion. I should probably use my Repel. Last time I used a Repel, I used it around the time I got Swift, and it ended, like, way, way late. I would rather end early than late. I don't necessarily need the training in here. In fact, I might run out of Psybeams after the training in here. Actually, I have multiple Great Balls. I could probably just catch the Oddish with the Great Balls. Hey, Arena91. Welcome to stream. Make sure to get your vote in. Porygon 2, the powerhouse with most likely final moveset is going to end up being Return, Zap Cannon, Psychic, and Blizzard. It's gonna be a weird run, having to rely on inaccurate Blizzard and inaccurate Zap Cannon. But I think odds are it won't be too bad. We'll just have reset luck. Ooh, wow, 90 power Swift. Don't get me wrong, with the badge boost, the Swift is not too bad. If you take a look at our stats in the bottom left-hand corner, our attack is almost as high thanks to the first gym badge boost. Normally, I'd be infuriated by all these encounters, but we want like as much training as we can thanks to Jasmine. No sand attack. Or, sorry, do not sand attack. Yeah, I need to upgrade my emotes. It's been a very long time since I worked on them. But since Starfield came out, I have not done anything for anything. I'm probably got another week or two on Starfield before I eventually not grow bored, but have my fill with the game. I'm currently 90 hours in. Have not gotten like too far in the main storyline, but I've pretty much beat every other storyline. Very, very solid game with a lot of content. I also did buy the $100 version of Starfield, which included like day 1 DLC or whatever. So I might have completed a campaign or two that was not in the base game. God, I love having Psybeam. It's nice having a Pokemon that starts with Tackle, and then it's like you get a so much better move. Oh, I forgot to check. We do not get Headbutt. Interesting. All right, well, now I got a Lure Ball. Oh, I still have to buy those repels. I'm going to have to really consider how many repels do I actually think I go through in the game. Because normally I just buy 30 super repels, and that's more than enough for the rest of the game. But do I really even use 30? I'm thinking I more or less use like 22-ish. Maybe I should consider buying 22-ish. That way I have a little bit more money to try and get that early blizzard. We'll see. This trainer sucks. I hate battling this trainer. It's like not very much XP at all. Caterpie and Weedle. I see why everybody goes left. The money's not even very good either. On the bright side, like, I don't think Bugsy's going to be a problem at all, so I didn't even bother saving. No need for agility. Good try, but we're not a psychic type, unfortunately, for you, Bugsy. In fact, I feel like I have so much HP, I can just go ahead and take on the rival right now. I will save, though. Not a lunatic. I picked the Fire Starter because this current battle that we're about to do, I believe he'll have Flame Wheel. No, he doesn't. Okay, well, I was wrong. Regardless, we don't have a water move, and that's really the only reason. If we pick the Water Starter, we get an electric move. We pick the Grass Starter, we get Psybeam. So it's really Fire Starter or nothing. Oh, right, repels. I normally buy about I usually get about 6 repels, and that will get me through Ilex Forest and Burnt Tower, typically. Gotta get that Oddish. Wow, quick Oddish. It is level 5, so there is no chance we can hit it with Tackle. Perfect. All right, we now have Cut. We now have Fly. Well, we're about that Fly. Should have used my Repel. So we got Cut. We are about to have Fly. We've got Surf, Strength, Flash, Whirlpool, and Waterfall. As long as you guys were not lying about Poliwag. I'm going to be really mad if Poliwag ends up not being able to learn Strength, Whirlpool, and... Or sorry, just Whirlpool and Waterfall. Surf, Whirlpool, and Waterfall. Poliwag needs to learn Surf, Whirlpool, and Waterfall. Otherwise, this is going to be a very unfortunate run. Has that always been a full heal? Interesting. Normally I don't pick up these items, so I don't actually know what they are. I also normally don't battle these trainers. Oh, you know what? I could have just earned $1,000 right there. I just passed up. I'll go back and pick it up. Not like far away. It's like just right there. The girl with the Butterfree over there, she gives you the TM for Sweet Scent. I don't know how much money it's worth. It could be anywhere between $1,000 and $3,000, but it's free. Oh, I should check my friendship. 139. We're getting there. We're getting there. So we still have the haircut, so that could definitely bring us to 140. Okay, we are now at 142. So the haircut will get us to 143. Unfortunately, there are no TMs to teach, so we're not going to be bringing it up that way. But there are a handful more battles still to go. And we are medium fast, so it's not like we're missing out on too much. Oh, we could also get the badge too. That would net us some more XP, and I think the badge might give you 1 friendship. I'm not 100% on that. Yeah, the downstairs is not going to get us to 150. Even if there are 4 trainers, we would need, I think, 2 levels and a decent haircut. If we could have learned Headbutt, that probably would have helped. That Lickitungus got cut. That's funny. Alright, 145. And we just got 146, so bad haircut. If we had gotten even 2 from this, then we would have been 1 level up away. That is fine. It is not going to be a big deal. It just means that we have to either talk to the Squirt Bottle Girl or do the gym. One or the other should do it. Squirt Bottle Girl is probably going to be easier, because then I can put off the gym until after I've returned. Alright, we now have our teleport user. Yes, yes, no, yes, no. Alright, now we gotta go grab. There we go. Got our flyer. We also want to grab Dig. But Dig's not going to increase our friendship at all because we're teaching it to one of our other Pokemon and not Porygon. That is okay. Like I said, we still want to do as much training as we can, so it's not a big deal if we battle extra trainers. Especially when it's a good trainer. Although, to be fair, Juggler Irwin is not considered a good trainer. Like, even his highest, like, his highest Voltorb is not that good. Okay, well, I think Quick Claw is actually going to be very helpful here. We have a relatively slow Pokemon that will probably be able to beat Morty if I can get, like, a Quick Claw to proc on really any of his good Pokemon, or just be overleveled. Being overleveled also works. I forget what item this is. I'm just going to check anyways. Full heal. Oh well. I figured if I'm in the area. Alright, we'll battle Psychic Pokemon guy. He'll be easy. Alright, that brought us over the friendship we needed to get return. So, bye-bye Tackle. So, one of the things that I found concerning was that Speed had mentioned that Gym Leader Matt had told him... Alright, hold on. Hold on, I gotta grab return, get through the gym. Okay, well, I'm on the 6th floor, that's fine. We'll go to the... There we go. Perfect, got return. Dig. Okay, so Gym Leader Matt had told Speed that Headbutt isn't immediately as strong, or Return isn't nearly as strong as Headbutt is. But see, the thing is, the power of Return is your friendship divided by 2. You need 150 friendship to get Return. So 150 divided by 2 is 75, and Headbutt is 70. So it's not better. Swagger? When do I get Swagger? I don't even know where Swagger is. I've never even gotten Swagger before. I think being overleveled with, by the way, we have Recover, so it is slightly different situation than I was thinking. We can just recover probably more damage than Iron Tail does, so we can kind of stall our way to victory. Is in the lighthouse. Do you not think that we could probably just stall our way to victory with Recover and Icy Wind? Because I think that'll work. Normally, we don't have a Pokemon with Recover. Therefore, it's really hard to beat Steelix, especially when it's got that Hyper Potion. But I think we can kind of just recover. Oh, crap. That is okay. No biggie there. Oh, look, we got past Juggler Irwin. Nice. Like, I understand that I'm not battling everybody like I said I would. I don't necessarily think we need to battle everybody. I think it's just okay that we battle a lot of people. I just think I need to do enough damage to beat Jasmine. And that would require a bit of extra levels than just like the normal amount of levels like a strong Pokemon would do. Like, I don't normally battle all of those trainers for like a Fraligator, but I can battle all of those. But it's not nearly as bad as a like a Lantern or oh whoops, I used the wrong move. Let's see, a Lantern or a Sudowoodo. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon that kind of need all of the training. I feel like Porygon is somewhere in the middle, where it needs a lot of training, but not all of it. It's a good thing I taught Dig, because I've got the burnt tower coming up, and that'll be my first Dig spot. You see me try and juke that lady? I went down and I went right, but without going the down part. I've never used Porygon 2 or Porygon Z in my life. I have, unfortunately, played a lot of regular Porygon. Whether it was a race, a regular run, or or playing it as a kid. I've played a lot of regular Porygon, but never Porygon 2 or Z. I don't even know if Porygon Z ever existed when I was a kid. By as a kid, I meant like I only played Gen 1 and 2 like the most. I didn't play 3 plus very often. And I don't know, I did play 3 a little bit, but definitely not 4 plus. So I don't know if Porygon Z ever even existed. I don't know what generation it came in. 4? Yeah, okay, so Porygon Z never existed to me. So you can dig from this room without having to talk to Eswine, and it saves you a little bit of time. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and battle all of these. I believe I'll have enough Psybeam PP to go through all of these trainers and Morty. 2004, I would have been 9 years old. So that means I would have been like in 4th grade. Therefore, 4th grade. I remember watching people play Ruby Sapphire when I was in elementary school, but probably not as high as 4th grade, probably like 3rd grade. So that would make sense that it came out around 2004, because that would be slightly after the time I remember people playing Ruby and Sapphire. I think the reason why I never bought the other ones is because myself and my parents could never afford a DS. I had a Game Boy SP, and my parents like, we paid a lot of money for this. You're not upgrading from this. We just bought this. You're gonna be using this for a long time. And therefore I was stuck with the Game Boy SP. Also, Pokeball is a really expensive game. It took me a really long time before I got Yellow version. Alright, do I outspeed? Oh wow, I have 65 speed. That means I'll tie the Gengar. And I went first. Nice. Twice. I went first twice. I'm curious if I won the speed tie or if Quick Claw activated it all. So, interesting question. How early, in theory, do you think I could start the Rocket quest line? Like, if I had taken a right instead of a left here and went and battled the Gyarados, could I, in theory, just go do the Rocket quest line now? So I could get Icy Wind early? I mean, it would make sense because of the fact that you can... Alright, hold on, I got it. It would make sense because the rockets over in that area are low leveled, and therefore that they wanted to leave it up to interpretation if you wanted to consider going right. But in theory, could I have gone right? Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't have gone right unless I found a dig spot. But well, I guess I technically... Oh right, you can't dig back in Gen 2. I would actually... A teleport spot. That means I would have to do the entirety of the Rocket plotline to the right of me, and then teleport back to Ekritique. And that would be the only way I could do it. Right, I do know I need Surf. I have Surf, and I have the Mahogany badge, which means I can do the Rocket plotline right now if I want. So that way I could try and get the whatever the Ice badge is called. I can do the Ice badge now and then get Icy Wind, and I'll have Icy Wind for this part of the game. Not that it matters. I don't need Icy Wind for this part of the game. I was just like, theory crafting. Alright, well, I don't need a Krabby for once. Alright, normally I buy like 30 Super Repels. I think this time we'll buy like 25. Let's see, when do I get Zap Cannon at 44, so the only moves I'm going to have access to other than Swift is Icy Wind or Hidden Power. Oh, and Thief. I know where Thief is, but Thief is not good. Also, Steelix resists Thief too. So, like, even if we had gone over Thief and be like, oh, the answer's Thief. No, it's not. Alright, so Speed said I should pick up that confusion move. I can't remember what it was called. That will be my backup if the Icy Wind strat doesn't work. Swagger. Actually, I think Swagger is in the down direction now that I think about it, because over here to the right is actually the red candy. Yeah, there it is. Really? You survive? I'm so much higher of a level. Well, if the Meryl's gonna survive, the Poliwhirl's gonna survive. So be it. I think I should probably just move Return to the front slot. It's so much bigger in power. Wait, doesn't that guy have like a Machop? Like, Psybeam's probably good. Yeah, he does have a Machop. I don't know if he had a Machoke, though. No, Poliwhirl. There's also an item to the left of this girl. Because this is this run and not any other run where I actually need money, like, I might as well just check. Alright, I don't necessarily like battling water trainers, like, at all. I think they're not good XP, and they're just, like, annoying. There's one of them in here, I believe it was a Tentacruel. That one might not be bad. I probably didn't need that heal at all now that I really think about it. Oh well. I only used 3 moves. Alright. Unfortunately, in this generation, the fighting types now have actually good special defense, so they'll probably survive Psybeam. Let's see. I have probably a few potions. I also have some super potions, so we won't be going back to heal. What did I forget? Enlighten me. Strength? Oh my god, you're right. I did forget strength. Good call. You know, I was about to figure that out 2 seconds from now. Fuck! No! Oh, that is so embarrassing. On the bright side, I can teleport back. Well, there goes 45 seconds. What? Oh my god, it's because I walked in the Pokemon Center. No, that's even more embarrassing. My fiddle fingers made me ruin my teleport. Ugh. Like, there's lots of ways to waste time, but boy, when you waste time for literally no reason, that's the worst. All of that, and I didn't even heal. Alright, looks like we'll just end up using a super... Yeah, super potion. 11 Psybeam should be more than enough for Chuck. Interesting. Return is still stronger. Actually, no, Return is not stronger. Currently, Return's power is 100. Oh, right, Stab. Stab would make it 150. We're almost to maximum friendship, but we're not quite there yet. Well, not maximum friendship, but like maximum friendship for return damage, which is really the maximum. We'll go ahead and battle Quillfish Guy, because why not? I want to be at very minimum level 40, maybe even 3 for Jasmine. On the bright side, we will outspeed all of our Pokemon, despite having a slow Pokemon herself, just because of how high of a level we are. I know Jasmine's Pokemon, I think, are level 38 at best. Really? I thought it was 38. Maybe it is 36. In the end, I don't really think it makes much of a difference. On the bright side, its best move, Iron Tail, is like not a fighting move at least. That would have sucked. I don't necessarily think I need Hidden Power, but I'm grabbing it anyways as a just in case, because our move variety is not the best. Interestingly enough, we're getting close to Zap Cannon, which means we're going to have to get rid of Recover really soon. You're probably asking, why Recover? Why not get rid of one of our other moves? We could, in theory, get rid of one of our other moves. We are getting Psychic as an upgrade later. I don't think I needed to heal there. That was dumb. I'm overhealing. But going through the rest of the game without Psychic feels like a really bad trade-off. Now, look, I think what we want to do is we want to get to Jasmine before we have the ability to learn Zap Cannon. Because if we learn Zap Cannon before Jasmine, that's going to be rough. Not having Recover. If we do end up having to get Jasmine before Recover, or before 44, then that's good. If we happen to get there after 44, I think I might end up having to teach over Psybeam. Because teaching over Return is not an option. Okay, we're actually full on items for once, which is annoying. I think we'll have to dump the antidote and berry. Why are we dumping those, you may ask? Well, I need to use this protein, which this better not bring me down to 0. I'm gonna be actually kind of mad. Oh, you're right. I could use the TM for Zap Cannon. That makes sense. Then I wouldn't have to hold Zap Cannon on my moveset the whole game. I actually think this guy was not bad. I think he's got Raticates. Oh, no. He's just a Ditto. My bad. Honestly, though, I don't think we're going to get 6 levels, so I'm not really that worried. I don't think I need Thief, but, you know, it can't hurt to have it. This is an Ultra Ball. Currently sitting at $51,000, which is quite a far cry from the 120 grand that Speed said we needed. Definitely a far cry from the 120 grand if we wanted to upgrade over Icy Wind for the about to be very difficult battle between Jasmine and us. There are a lot of items I could sell, but it's not going to give us like 70 grand. Also, my bladder is absolutely murdering me right now. I think I have to pause. Right back. Alright. Sure. Let's see. Click in the game. Unpause the timer. Okay, we're good. Don't really need gold back, guy. Okay. I think I will with my mid-game errands for the other rocket section of the game. Oh no, we're about to get Iron Tail from Jasmine. I'm gonna need the space for that. Okay. And oh wait, no. That's a different section of the bag. I'm stupid. Okay. We'll get the No, we'll just do the sell part of the game. It doesn't really matter when we do it, actually. I mean, we're probably going to end up making 2 trips for selling anyways. Our bag is full, and we don't want to be dumping more money items anyways. Alright. Fly. Goldenrod. Oh, I guess it doesn't have to be Goldenrod. I'm an idiot. That's alright. Potions. Accuracy, super potions, X attack, awakening, revive. We want to keep those. Want to keep those. keep it. Hyper Potion, Nugget, Spec Special, Ice Heal. You saw nothing. Alright, Great Balls, don't need them. Lure Ball, don't need them. Ultra Balls, don't need them. Dynamic Punch, don't need it. Rock Splash, don't need it. Sweep Scent, don't need it. Mud Slap, don't need it. Attract, don't need it. Fury Cutter, don't need it. Okay. We are currently sitting at 75,000. That is not enough. So let's now go ahead and get our Icy Wind badge. Well, get Icy Wind the TM. Hey, I missed the end of the stream. I think we all did. How'd Snorlax do? We finished from that attempt. So we finished right on that end of the battle. So it was the 40 or 59 minutes, I believe. So you still won your bet. To be fair, I think when it cut off, I was already at 49 minutes, so I think that was probably, like, not that much of a, like, shock. It was a close one, though. I really, really had it honed in with that second one. You know, it never dawned on me that I should have not expected as much from Snorlax. First of all, at the very beginning of the stream, I had pointed out, hey, Snorlax has a hard Brock. So let's look down at the first Pokemon that has a hard Brock. And the first Pokemon that had a hard Brock happened to be Kangaskhan. So I should have started from Kangaskhan, and then I should have realized, hey, Kangaskhan doesn't need a setup move like Amnesia, whereas Snorlax does need a setup move like Amnesia. If you guys don't already know, the word setup move might as well be plus 5 minutes, because if you have to rely on a setup move, even one setup, like use one Amnesia before like every battle, or one Sword Stance before every battle, it adds 5 minutes to the run. So I should have known instantly that it was going to be worse than Kangaskhan. So honestly, it's my bad for not thinking clear enough. Alright, Icy Wind over Tri-Attack. Alright, now we have the other rocket section after beating Jasmine, but we still have to beat Jasmine first. We are also level 41 too, which is good because we wanted to be under level 44 so we can still learn Zap Cannon over Recover, but after the Jasmine battle, because we need Recover all the way up to Jasmine. Like, Icy Wind, Recover is our strat for Jasmine. Alright, I might as well go put it on now. Paralyzed Cure Berry. Alright, and then Dig. Get our returns back, not that they matter at all. Yeah, crit Queen Misty. Normally you would think, oh, what are the odds that she doesn't crit? To be fair, she's got pretty much 3 attacks every single battle, no matter what, and she does have a 22% chance to crit. So 3 attacks is kind of likely. Oop, wrong move. Got hit by Thunder Wave. On the bright side, I think we'll probably one-shot the second one. Good, 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 good. Okay. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh my... this makes me want to restart the whole run. If I knew that was going to be that easy, I wouldn't have done so much training. Oh, that is so annoying. I can't believe that just happened. I mean, I knew that Icy Wind was neutral in, like, you know, Steelix had a weakness to special moves, but, like, wow, that did so much more than I expected. I expected it to be a 5-shot, not a 2-shot. I mean, that was like as good as using Surf. Dang, now I want to restart the whole run. We're an hour in, everybody's already invested. Great. That also makes me want to... Not only do I want to restart the whole run, I also want to reset the over-under to, like, 138. Like that battle right there just gave me the confidence that actually I'm not gonna have a problem with not gonna have as big a problem with red as I thought. Because I am forgetting that Zap Cannon is a 100 power move. Blizzard's a 120 power move. Generally, when people do red, they have Ice Beam, which is a 95 move, and they have Thunderbolt, which is a 95 move. Oh, well, they don't have Thunderbolt. Never mind. Thunderbolt was a bad example. Spark, I think. So I'm going to have better moves than other people going into red. Oh, no problem, Cole. And thank you for watching the other stream, by the way. I appreciate it very much. It helps my my watch time hours. I do recommend watching at a higher speed, though. That's how I listen to all my podcasts now. I listen with double speed. Not all the podcasts, just the ones that are sports related, because I don't need to listen to every single thing 3 times throughout the day. Like, this podcast will say that this person's quarterback is doing bad, and then the other podcast will mention it, and then the other podcast will mention it. So 2 times speed is perfectly fine. But other podcasts, like I listen to a, like, what would you call it? It's not exactly a murder mystery. It's like a mystery podcast. And I listen to that one at 1.25 times speed. Oh, yeah, I agree. I also have a hard time spotting when I get live. The only reason why I know what items I have when I'm playing live is because I have Game Hook on my other monitor. And instead of remembering what I picked up, I can actually just look at Game Hook. No! This is Rat Attack guy. I'm so dumb. I can look at Game Hook and be like, oh, that's what item I have. That's how I knew I didn't have secret key last run. I just looked at my other monitor and I looked at all 20 items and I didn't have secret key. It's a little bit harder. Actually, it's a lot harder on Gen 2 because I don't have the key item section on Game Hook. I only have the items section. Really? Zapcan is such a crappy move and it has 5 PP? That sucks. I don't know why I have Zap Cannon in the oh crap, wrong move. I don't know why I have Zap Cannon in the second most used slot. I should have it in Icy Wind, the last used slot. I'll use Icy Wind more than I'll use Zap Cannon because of how inaccurate it is. On the bright side, guys, $105,000. So that means I can probably upgrade from Blizzard. I can upgrade. All right, hold on. I can upgrade from Icy Wind to Blizzard before Lance. Anyway, peace out. Yep. Thank you for sticking around, man. Let's see. We're holding full restore, ether, full heal. Okay. I really need to learn where the hidden items are in here. They're would be so easy to pick up on every run. It's like, there it is, max potion. Okay, so I should do what I do in the underground. Walk right while holding the spam A button. There's another one in here that I also don't know where it is. I also forgot to check the area with the coin case. That also has 2 hidden items. One of them's really easy to pick up, one of them not so easy to pick up. Boy, it is so nice one-shot sweeping with return. Sometimes you get these Pokemon where, yes, you do get return, but, like, return isn't very strong on them. And, you know, I originally thought that was how this was going to go, but being able to one-shot sweep because you have 80 base attack was good. How was Jasmine? Oh my god. Jasmine made me want to restart the whole run. Look, I have 0 resets. Steelix was a 2-shot. A 2-shot with Ice Wind. I understand that if I skipped all the training, she'd be a 3-shot, but that would have been so easy. I want to restart the whole run because of it. Like, I can shave off like 5 whole minutes by not doing that training. I didn't realize that Surf and Icy Wind are both neutrally effective, so Surf and Icy Wind are basically the same move against Steelix, except for the power, obviously. But I never worry about defeating Steelix when I have Surf, so I should have thought the exact same way about Icy Wind, but I didn't, because normally everyone in myself includes Icy Wind in the bad move category. So yeah, I underestimated Icy Wind. I thought it was going to be a 5-shot, and it was a 2-shot. On the other bright side, though, we do have 0 resets. If we restart the run, there is a chance we do get a reset, which, you know, would not be good. So, it's a give and take. There are some of these battles where we might have not been so easy if I didn't do all that training. So who knows? Like maybe this Vileplume right here. Maybe if I didn't do all that training, the Vileplume would have survived on like 1 HP and then used Sleep Powder. Stuff like that happens when you cut training. Especially right there. Oh, right. I've also had no item this whole time because the Paralyzed Cure Berry on Jasmine. But that's okay. We're about to pick up the Pink Bow. By the way, I already forgot. If I include the Pink Bow, is it before or after Stab? Because if the Pink Bow is before Stab, then it's an extra 15 power. Whereas if it's after Stab, it's an extra 10 power. I don't remember. I mean, I know I've asked this question before, but I don't remember what the answer was. Oh, right. They're both multiplications. Right. So it doesn't matter if it's before or after. Right, right. So it is an extra 15 power. I mean, you would think I need the training for red, but it also dawned on me during that Steelix battle that I'm also going, even though I'm not doing a setup move at all, I'm using more powerful moves. Yes, they're inaccurate moves, but if they don't miss, then I have a more powerful red attempt than a lot of other Pokemon who do red. So, like, for instance, a lot of people who do red with Ice Beam or, well, Ice Beam's a bad example because that's one of the other moves. Thunderbolt? No. Honestly, I can't even think of it now. Like, a lot of people go into red with worse moves than I am. Technically, Zap Cannon and Blizzard are bad moves, but they still are more powerful when they do hit. So some of the 2-shots on red might be 1-shots because of our move selection. All right, well, we cannot take this iron, so there's no point in picking it up. Oh, wait, hold on. The irons cost a lot of money. There is a point to picking it up. Same thing with that protein. Who knows? I might be able to pick up both Blizzard and Thunder. That'll be better. I'm not sure what math you're talking about that I did. Oh, right. The stab, Pink Bow. Yeah. It doesn't matter what order you're doing it. Right. Yeah, so it's an extra 15 power, not 10. So that's really awesome. If I were really smart like game dev, though, I would include it into the power of the overlay, my held item. But I'm not. I should probably battle that extra Dragonair, now that I think about it, because Dragonair's good XP. It's one extra battle. It's going to be a one-shot. This Dragonair's one level lower than other Dragonair, and I one-shot it. I mean, this XP is just as good as the Indigo Plateau training. I understand what you're saying. I understand. They are all bad moves. But eventually I will get the luck to all connect, and they will pretty much all be one-shots because or two-shots because of how much power they have. Also, I'm actually thinking about keeping Zap Cannon because also the 100% chance to paralyze. If I, like, let's say use 100% chance to paralyze on a fast Pokemon, I might be able to outspeed it as well, which would make it a net neutral attack, because then I get to go first the next attack. It would do chip damage, and then hopefully I would be able to finish it off with another move. Although, to be fair, how many Pokemon are faster than me? Like, for instance, like Charizard, I would want to use Zap Cannon anyways. Okay, that was an accident. I think both of these are Dratini's, so that's not a good battle. Alright, deciding moment. Let's find out if anybody lied to me about Poliwag. Nobody lied to me about Poliwag. Thank you very much. Boy, imagine how bad that would have been if it didn't. Oh, also we don't need to pick we don't need to get Dratini here because we have a waterfall Pokemon. But you guys already knew that. Alright, grab that Max Elixir. Dig from the water, because that totally makes sense. Alright, before we do all the crap, the endgame crap, I do want to pick up all the extra rare candies. It's kind of the place that I do it now. Also, does anybody know which one I should use my PP or what moves I should use my PP-ups on, or should I just save that for red? Because who knows if I 3-shot red in any of the cases? Because if I do 3-shot red, then I want to PP up, you know, those moves just in case red uses a full restore. And so if I PP up the wrong move, that could be devastating. So maybe I should just hold on to the PP ups and use them when I need them. Oh, hey, a nugget. Nice. I didn't know that nugget was there. I kind of paused there. I'm like, that's not a critique. All right, dig. Olivine. All the way, and I already battled that chick. I believe I taught Flash. Yep, there we go. I don't actually know what items are in here. I've always been dying to know. Oh my god, it's a nugget. That nugget might help. Alright, now we're going to go fly back here. Repel wore off. Yep, we're in Kanto. All good. Yep, I understand. Also, I'm thinking there's a chance I might want to pick up the other PP up in Celadon, because we are relying on a lot of 5 PP moves once we do get Blizzard. Oh, right. We got to go pick up Blizzard. Yeah, because now we're in Kanto. We can't easily get Blizzard. Better go do that. Icy Wind may not be good enough for some of the battles. Like, for instance, the flying types on... What's his face? Hold on. Okay, first of all, I need to find out how much Blizzard costs. Blizzard is TM 14. Okay, 5,500 coins. I understand that I just bought 50. It defaulted to 50. I have to actually click down each time. That was dumb. Alright, need TM 14. There. We'll go ahead and teach Blizzard. Why not? It's really weird that it's shaped as a ball in the menus. It's actually kind of confusing. I did get the Violet PP up. I know there are, I think, 4 PP ups in the game, and 2 of them are in Kanto, and one of them is to the east of Fuchsia, so that one might as well be dead to me. So there is still one in Celadon, in the spot that the PP up is usually in Celadon. I guess technically there are 2 PP ups in Celadon, but Rocket Hideout is not one of them. I thought you literally Googled it. Now you tell me it's 1,100 bucks? Oof. Well, I'm currently sitting at 3,600 bucks right now, but I do in fact have a handful of nugget, iron, and protein on me. So that I think is like worth 20 grand on me as well. But I'm still nowhere near 111 grand for the next one. But I could get Thunder by the time we get to Red. I think that's a real possibility. Not that I think I want it. I think Zap Cannon is better than Blizzard when it hits because of the paralysis. Because I'm obviously going to be slower than Red's Pokemon. So when I hit them with Zap Cannon, I'm then going to outspeed that Pokemon thanks to me paralyzing it. So I think that's worth it over the damage that Thunder does. Unless anybody disagrees. Not that it matters. We're probably using Thunder on... or we're probably going to be using Zap Cannon on Blastoise, Charizard, and Snorlax? Yeah, we're still going to probably pick up Thunder, just because if we're that close to one-shotting Blastoise, you know, then it'll be worth it. Or that close to one-shotting Charizard. Because a one-shot on Charizard is better than a 2-shot with a paralysis. Also higher accuracy. I do think the league here is going to be really easy. Thanks to Blizzard. Like with Icy Wind, I thought, you know, there was a chance that Will could be hard because I don't have any good moves against flying Pokemon except for Zap Cannon. But Blizzard is more accurate. I mean, kind of more accurate. I can hit his Zatus with Blizzard instead of Return. And I think, honestly though, I think Return would probably one-shot regardless. We're also level 54, and Squidgy recommends 50 for the league. So we did overtrain by a lot. Oh no, future sight, whatever shall I do? There's Flame Wheel. Boy, it is just so unfortunate that the rival is just so irrelevant. Why not choose the grass starter? The grass starter would be the worst starter to pick because it would be weak to Psybeam. I learned Psybeam at level 12. If anything, it was between the fire and the water starter. What do you know? I do one-shot the Zatus. I was overthinking it. Blizzard, though, good on Executor if it hits. Wow, 3 misses. There's the not Generation 1. Bayleaf's pure grass type? Oh, right. I forgot. Oh well. I don't think it mattered. In the end, I don't think it mattered at all. We're still a normal type, and it still doesn't have any super effective moves. Now that I think about it, red is going to be actually kind of close. So the reason why I say that is the post game is about 20 minutes. So if we finish in the next 3 minutes, the post game is going to do 20 minutes. That's going to bring us to 140. So 145 is not a bad guess, especially if I end up having resets on red. Maybe I should probably rare candy before red. I kind of don't want to rare candy before red because I really do think it would be worth a shot. I didn't make that game over, but that's pretty cool. You survived. Wow. Why in the world did I try Blizzard? I probably could have hit it with return just fine, even with the sand attack. Where'd you get those? I actually kind of like that one too. It's just the color wheel, but black and white. I kind of want to copy them. Oh, they're just defaults on YouTube? Huh. Interesting. 400 power Zap Cannon. Okay, well, hitting all of our blizzards, unfortunately, is probably not in the cards. Okay, really 2 in a row? 3 in a row? Oh my god, now I'm going to actually have to knock it out with return. Three Zap Cannon misses in a row. That was my first reset. 3 Blizzard misses and 3 Zap Cannon misses. I understand the Zap Cannon misses, but the Blizzard misses? Come on. Alright, now I just need to know. Can I one-shot with return? Oh, can't. Maybe it was a range. It was a range. I can't do anything to improve. I'm level 58 too, which honestly is over leveled. I think I just have to not get paralyzed from the Dragonite by getting a good range. Like that. Twice. Okay, good. More likely. Oh boy. Really? Blizzard miss? Ugh. Yeah, the training was worth it. Oh, that was a crit. Don't know if I was actually going to one-shot Charizard, but oh well. Nope, another crit. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I was right. We did finish about 120. Looks like 121. Boy, 20 minutes for Kanto. Maybe slightly faster because we can do a lot of one-shots. When's the Ohio State game and when does it end? Will I be at your stream? The Ohio State game starts at 7:30, so it's not going to end until like 11. So most likely not. Alright, question is, do I have enough money for... No, I don't think I have enough money. Oh wait, I could still do it. I can fly to Mount Silver. When I'm at Mount Silver, I can then fly to Goldenrod, and then I can fly back to Mount Silver. So yes, I will be able to do it, just not till the very, very end. To get Thunder just in case. I mean, I could probably have your stream on, but without the sound. So I still won't be commenting. I'll just have it to be a number, if that helps. Alright, we are not going to outspeed Surge's Pokemon. Well, actually, we will outspeed Surge's Pokemon, but I'm going to go ahead and not do them anyways. Delaying Surge is always good. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab that PP up I just mentioned exists. After grabbing this. I always forget this PP up exists because I don't really need PP ups very much. Oh, I could have upgraded to Psychic as well while I was in Saffron just there. Oh well. That's all right. We have to fly back to Saffron after we're done here anyways. So, in fact, this might even be better than not teaching Psychic immediately, because now we can just go ahead and immediately upgrade from Psybeam to Psychic and not have to heal to get PP back. Nice. 2 Blizzard hits in a row. Somebody was looking down on us. and saying good job. It's a good thing our Pokemon do not have good defense. Alright, so let's make sure to go right first before we go to Erica's gym. Or, sorry, Sabrina's gym. Oh, I hate it when it double clicks like that. Don't you just love our moveset? It's like all the best moves, but like inaccuracy to the extreme. Not even good XP. I'm actually a little surprised that that was one shot. I would have expected to two-shot that Slowbro. Nice, nice. Oh, wow, I even outspeed the Alakazam. Sweet. That Alakazam's faster than anything on Surge's team, by the way. Right, up, up, down. The fastest thing on Surge's team is the Electrode at 125 speed. We have a mandatory heal coming up, so that way we can do the teleport trick. Okay, I was a little worried that wouldn't go down in one hit. But then again, it's also not rock type, so I shouldn't have been worried. 43 defense this late in the game. That is so low. Actually, it's low everything. That Pokemon might as well be a first stage Pokemon. 40. 35 attack. Oh my god, Skip Bloom is terrible. Alright. By the way, I think after we're done with Nugget Bridge, we can afford Blizzard, just in case anybody was curious. What? I could have sworn Celadon was, or Cerulean was one click down, but turns out it was a lot of clicks down. Unfortunately, we don't have a very lot of high money items now on us. I think we have like 2 Ultra Balls and a few TMs we could sell, but we're currently at 106,000. And now that we know that it's only at 110, we'll definitely have it. Not Blizzard, Thunder, my bad. I said the wrong word. Do it all the time. Just in case I need that extra 20 power. For red, and red only. We'll be sticking with Zap Cannon though, unless we find out that we absolutely need it. Okay, this battle will do it. We're currently at $109,000 now. Alright, well, we hit 110. He didn't give a whole $1,000, but, you know, we weren't exactly 1,000 away. I'm curious how I'm going to run out of returns. I do have Psychics, though, so I shouldn't really be worried. Oh, I almost clicked A there. If you click A, that guy battles you. We are going to have a lot of moves for red. I think we're not going to need any of the moves I'm about to pick up right at the end of this run, but I'm still going to grab them all because I don't want to have to leave and come back for them. Those moves being Curse, Thunder, Protect. I think that's it. I don't think I need to pick any more. Curse, Thunder, and Protect. No, I don't think we'll need Rain Dance. Even if we want to manage to hit Thunder, I think we'll just take our chances at hitting Thunder the normal way. Okay, we are about to battle Magnemite guy, which is going to be annoying because we're going to have to beat him with either 3 returns or rely on Blizzard. Fingers crossed. Oh, good. It was one shot. Good. Boy, those levels are low. Level 32. So much. This guy is so much scarier in the randomizer. Fully evolved Pokemon instead. What am I doing? Alright, make sure to pick up the rare candy. Should have been the first thing I did, honestly. For some reason, I forget this guy a lot. Not like forget him by the end of the run. I forget him like the moment I hit Kanto. That was an accident. Did not mean to pick up that full heal. But you know what? We'll take it. Interestingly enough, I have not really glanced at my notes at all. I have notes that are to the right of my monitor, and those notes were to help me learn Gen 2. Like, for instance, I'll just read them. Bellsprout, Paralyzed Cure Berry, south of Violet. 11 Repels, 5 to 10 Escape Ropes, 2 Ethers in Ilex Forest. Coin Case, Haircut, Abra, Punches, Return. Yes, yes, no, Kenya. Flower Girl, Whitney, Squirt Bottle, Good Rod, Krabby, Rare Candy, and Lighthouse, 30 Super Repels, and you get it. I basically wrote down every important thing that I don't want to forget in order. And I haven't really used it at all this run. I don't really use it a lot of runs, I usually use it for Goldenrod and for the questions and answers in the what's it called? The Dragon's Den. I can never remember the answers, and actually the answers that I have written down are actually half wrong. I had to delete the half wrong part, so it's just friend, strategy, anyone, knowledge, both. Alright, I don't think all of our moves are super effective here. Oh, sorry, none of our moves are super effective here, except for Zap Cannon. Oh, and Blizzard and Graveler. Earthquake, yay. So Zap Cannon on Omastar and Zap Cannon on Kabutops. I forget what his last Pokemon is, though. Oh, his last Pokemon is Onix. Great. And I expected him to throw out Kabutops. Oh, totally expected to miss that Zap Cannon. Okay, well, we pretty much used all of our PP on Brock. Great. Gotta love inaccurate moves. Probably going to end up battling 3 Drill as well. Wow. So the 20 minutes for Kanto, it looks like we're still on pace for that. We got about 6 minutes left in Kanto. In fact, we might be a little bit ahead of pace. I think the 20-minute rule is kind of for Pokemon that don't necessarily one-shot everything, but one-shot most things. And we've been one-shotting everything. So we're doing slightly ahead of pace. Don't need to worry about the next two gyms. They're all one-shot sweeps, except for maybe Macargo. Okay, I was wrong. They're all going to be one-shot sweeps. Blue, though. Blue might be a little bit of annoying. Like, let's see. Pidgeot is going to be Blizzard. No, probably Zap Cannon, just because we want to save our Blizzards for Executor. Gyarados will be Zap Cannon. Arcanine is just going to be Psychic or Return, whatever one I feel like. Boy, I can't remember the last two Pokemon on his team. Not very memorable. Oh well. I think I named the tough ones. So it looks like I'm slowly realizing that you can pretty much get the money for Thunder or Blizzard in Kanto alone, because we are now sitting at 137 grand. Which means that we can pretty much use any and all vitamins that we pick up. In fact, we could probably even buy vitamins if we wanted earlier in the run. Probably could have killed that with Return, honestly. Oh, right. Alakazam. Forgot about that. Oh, I also forgot about Rhydon. Wow, I'm hitting everything. This is awesome. Oh, what do you know? That Executor doesn't have Hypnosis. How nice. Full restore. Let's see if it's a range. Nope. Probably. Oh, well, we're going to find out if it's a range again. It is a range. Wow. Okay. But it is a high range. All right. We still have to talk to Oak. We still have to pick up our extra moves. Okay. So like I said, we have to pick up both Curse and Protect and Thunder. Curse, Protect, and Thunder. I don't necessarily think we're going to end up using the Curse strat, but we'll see. It'll be if all else fails, because we'll still have her rest and sleep talk on us. I like throwing in Protect. I think Protect sometimes will get you the extra turn that you need, especially if Venusaur uses like Solar Beam, which it has been known to do. Oops. Forgot there's no basement. All right. All right, now we have to get to Mount Silver. Yeah, I understand. There's usually going to be one encounter in the grass here. But it allows me to delay the use of my Super Repel until, like, here. Honestly, probably should use it earlier. Heal here so I can teleport. Get the last candy. Make sure to grab Thunder. Alright, now we're back in Kanto. Or, Johto. Alright, $5,500. Okay, and Thunder's TM25. Alright. Fly back to Silver. Oddish, Flash. I just want to know. I just want to know. Wow, Ultra Balls. Why would anybody need Ultra Balls this late in the game? Okay, 140 on the nose. So we have 5 minutes to beat red. We will rare candy each time we lose. Alright, we are outsped immediately. At 167 speed is what we need to outspeed that. 180. We're probably not going to ever outspeed Espeon. Okay, I think I should start with Zap Cannon. Oh, wow, that was a crit. Interesting. Blizzard. Okay, you took in Sunlight. Perfect. Charizard. I understand we were going to take a Flame. Ooh, okay. 3 levels. And play slightly better. I just don't have the time to do 2 runs. Okay, we are going to do a lot less return damage now. That is unfortunate. Wow, that does a lot more than expected. Holy crap. Okay, you detected the victory. Interesting. All right, let's use 3 more. Can we get over 167 speed? Yeah, we can get over 167 speed. Good. Okay, now we won't get hit by Pikachu's charm. So that'll be consistent. Espeon is... Okay, it's going to set up, which is fine. And only hit us with 1 Psychic, so that's good. I really should consider using Zap Cannon as the first hit, so that way it doesn't set up with Amnesia first. Alright, let's just use the rest of the rare candies. I probably should have expected this to be kind of hard. Oh, we're at 178. We're never going to be fast enough to outspeed the Espeon. Unfortunate. Alright, this time we'll... Oh my god, a crit. Okay, well that is so unfortunate. Alright, Zap Cannon. If we miss... Okay. That's fine. Okay, well that is just... That is... Wow. Oof. Man, if we were only 1 level higher. Well, maybe 2 levels higher. Well, speed tying Espeon would have been nice. Okay, we still want to paralyze the Snorlax before it gets the Amnesia off. Reflect faded at least. Oh, it used Sunny Day, but I got a crit. Oh, Sunny Day for Charizard. Ooh. And I got paralyzed. Fantastic. I did not see if I was going to outspeed Charizard or not. Oh my god, there's so many crits on this red team. Insane. He's so lucky. So the chance of a crit is like 7% or whatever. The chance of paralysis is like 30. I feel like he crits more often than paralysis, despite the paralysis being 30. Oh wow, we got a one-shot there. So that means there is no reflect up. That is why I went with return. Not being paralyzed allows us to outspeed Venusaur. Nice. That was a crit, but I don't think the crit mattered. Ooh, miss. Okay, paralyzed. Perfect. It's like getting 2 turns in a row. 144.20. Oh my god. 1 minute under. Oh, everybody who voted over can suck it. Wow, what a great prediction. Now I'll show you guys why I picked 145. So let's go to the rankings. So 145, I figured this had the potential to be kind of mediocre-ish, like Donphan, but I also figured that, you know, it could be kind of like Mew, but the thing is Mew had bad playing in it, so I figured it was more like Donphan. I just knew it wasn't nearly as good as the Pokemon above 145, but I knew it was better than the Pokemon below 145. I understand that Tyranitar and Heracross are both very good Pokemon, but they also have 4 times weaknesses. So that's why I set the time at 145, and the 145 hit. Whew, love it. Fantastic. So good. Do I think I can improve the run? I think honestly, no. What could I have done differently to make this run better? Like, Protect wouldn't really have helped. You know what? Actually, I think Protect could have helped over Psychic, because I could have delayed the Reflect turns. Like, it wouldn't have helped as far as, like, HP very much. And you know what? It probably would help a little bit of the HP, because the Charizard was doing significant damage with Flamethrower, especially when Sunny Day was out. So, like, Protect probably would have been the only thing I really needed to do differently. And then, you know, misses are misses, so you can't really do anything about those. But it was a good run. Anyways, after Speedrunner's run tonight, we will know exactly what next week will forecast for all of the 4 runs that we're going to be doing. So I don't know what they are just yet, but Game Dev had to make like a new 100 ROMs last night, so oof. You over prepared and didn't optimize. Right. I think I did over prepare, but I think the red was so hard it didn't matter. I probably could have done with a few levels lower, because I think only thing really matters was I got over 167 speed for Pikachu. Anything higher than 167 but lower than 180 probably doesn't matter at all. I think that probably would have been the exact same if I was anywhere between 167 and 180 speed. So I was probably 2 levels over leveled. Actually 3 levels over leveled. So yeah, I could have undertrained a little bit more, but I think that was fine. I think that kind of it evened out in the end, but I think pushing my training later in the game would have been better than doing the training earlier in the game. So yeah, I could have saved some time there. But that's fine. That's, you know, first runs are first runs. If the game was shorter, like Generation 1, I'd do 2 in a row, but it's not. But anyways, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you guys again tomorrow, or Monday. It's going to be, we're adding Monday again because we're going to be splitting up Thursday. The view counts for double stream on Thursday was not good. So, Monday. Have a nice night, guys. Bye.